Hey guys, it's Mead here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I do my masc / genderqueer makeup. I honestly can't film makeup tutorials when I'm actually about to go out, so I'm just doing this for fun. I feel like my skin is kind of glowy and sweaty today, so I felt like it would be a good time to do a makeup video. So my relationship to makeup has changed a lot over the years. When I was younger, I wanted nothing to do with it. I had a lot of in elementary school and early middle school, I really was like, I'm never gonna wear makeup. Like, it didn't interest me a ton. I was really afraid of not liking the way my face looked without makeup if I started wearing it. I don't know how I developed that fear at such a young age. I think I just overthought a lot of things, but I knew I was insecure, and I was just like, I'm afraid that if I start wearing a ton of makeup, I'm just not gonna be able to look at myself in the face. And also, I just never really have loved the feeling of makeup on my skin. I don't like very heavy products on my skin, like foundation. It doesn't feel good to me. It just makes me it's not a friendly sensory thing for me. Towards the end of middle school, early high school, I started feeling really insecure about my eyebrows. I thought that they were too pale, and so I would fill them in, and I would do concealer and sometimes mascara, because I think I was more insecure honestly at that point, and so I was like, I just need to fix these things. And I don't know, I just had this belief that things like my eyebrows or whatever would change as I got older, and that this isn't forever, whatever, blah blah blah, one day my eyebrows will grow thicker or whatever. I don't know why I thought like that. I did really horrible job. I would draw caterpillars on my eyeballs. I'll see if I can find a picture to show you guys how I used to do my eyebrows. Yeah, and then once I gained self-awareness and realized that the way I was doing my makeup was terrible, I was just ruining my eyelashes, which aren't that long or thick to begin with. I would literally making them look worse with mascara, I feel like. And once I gained self-awareness that my eyebrows literally looked like a child had drawn them with crayon, I was once again terrified of makeup, because I was like, okay, what if I fuck it up again and nobody tells me? I think my mom told me once, hey, I think your brows are a little heavy, when I was going out, because they literally look dumb. They literally look so bad. And I'm like, you should have just told me I was like that every day. So then I was kind of afraid of makeup again. I would just do the very, very barely color in my brows, and I was still addicted to mascara. I started wearing a little more eyeshadow a lot because I felt pressured to be more of a girly girl. I kind of moved into this phase where in order to escape the fact that deep down I knew I was genderqueer, I was like, I'm just gonna really love being a girl. And that in my head meant doing makeup and stuff like that, even though I didn't really like it that much. Once I realized that I was genderqueer and realized, hey, I think of myself as a boy too, this pressure to wear makeup suddenly disappeared. I used to judge myself and think I don't want to be a girl that doesn't wear makeup, because I feel like guys are gonna I don't think that, I used to think to myself, I'm not pretty enough to be the kind of girl that doesn't wear makeup, which is fucked up, I know. And then once I realized that I wasn't just a girl, for some reason I was able to give myself permission to not wear makeup, because I was like, well, it's more normal to be a genderqueer person that doesn't wear makeup. It actually kind of adds to your vibe. Which none of that is a good way of thinking, do you know what I mean? But it did allow me to get a lot more comfortable not having anything on my skin, because accepting my genderqueerness allowed me to accept my face and my body, because I was like, there's no way it's supposed to look, because I'm literally genderqueer. I'm not a specific gender. I don't have a specific way that I have to look. I can just be attractive and not have that mean a certain list of characteristics, have it just be me. And that was a really huge realization for me. So I really just didn't wear makeup after that. I just started falling in love with the way my face looked and accepting that my features made me look more masculine and feminine, which is what I love about myself. And that was a big journey for me. And as I've gotten more comfortable with my masculinity and accepted my masculinity, in turn, I've become more comfortable with feminine things. And it's not because anything about my appearance has changed, but because the way I view myself has changed. And when I do feminine things, like wear nail polish or do makeup, I no longer think of it as trying to be a girl or trying to cover up imperfections, but as me enjoying the feminine side of myself, or as being a guy playing around with this form of expression and highlighting your features and presenting yourself a certain way. So once like that kind of transition happened and I got into that headspace of like, I can literally do whatever I want because I am not a specific gender, and obviously anyone can do whatever they want, but this was just like the barrier that I had to cross, that my brain had built just from like conditioning by society, whatever. I was like, oh my God, like I can do whatever I want because there's no specific way I'm supposed to be. There's specific ways that girls are told they're supposed to be and ways boys are told they're supposed to be, but I can make my own definition of what's attractive and what I'm supposed to do because I'm like inventing I have my own gender experience here. It's not like it's like I'm building it myself, you know? And I'm like building my own you know what I mean? Supposed to's. Because my gender is just me. And so yeah, with that, I've gotten a bit more comfortable with certain elements of makeup that I like to use to highlight more masculine parts of me, which I think is helpful because I'm not on any form of testosterone. I don't know if I could afford to do that for quite a bit of time. So these just help me highlight the features that either like if I'm feeling more masculine, highlighting my masculine features, or just highlighting the features that I think make me and that I love about myself. I like to highlight my eyes because I like to look at my eyes. I feel like they're, you know, very gender neutral and beautiful, and I like to highlight them. I feel like they're like an essence, a part of my soul. I don't know. Eyes are windows to the soul. So yeah, I'll just show you guys what I do. Just like, this is not a tutorial. It's more just like maybe showing you so you can get an idea of like what you might like to do, or I don't know, even if you're just watching this video for fun. I watch makeup videos for fun with no intention of doing the makeup look. So if that's you, hi. So sorry that was such a long ramble. I did want a part of this video to be talking about like my relationship to makeup and gender in case anyone has similar experiences or thoughts they want to add on that. So yeah, now let's get into doing my genderqueer / transmasculine makeup. And I'll like explain my thought process. Because honestly, the way that I do makeup now makes it so that the process of doing my makeup feels like falling in love with every one of my features, because I'm literally just like, I love this feature so much, I want to make it like glittery and pop out. And it's not because it doesn't come from any place of insecurity at all. It literally feels like art. Like I'm just playing with my features and playing with being dramatic, and it doesn't feel like I'm covering up anything. It feels like I'm just highlighting stuff, bringing stuff out, you know? So with that, with no further ado, let's get into it. So all of my makeup stuff I typically end up carrying around in my bag, just in case I have to do any touch-ups or anything. So right now it is all just thrown about in my bag. So let me see if I can collect it all. Okay. Oh, also, across the street from where I work is a Key Foods, and I go there a lot to pick up stuff for the cafe. And they have these little, they have the machines where you get the little toys for quarters. And so sometimes if I get 75 cents back, I'll go and get a little squishy thing in one of these balls. And so far, before today, I had gotten these two. I got this one first and this one second. So it's the same. They're both really cute and I like them together. But it's the same thing in different colors. So I was like, oh, is this gonna be a pattern? Like, am I gonna keep going back and keep getting the same one in different colors? But today, I got this little fellow. I think he's a rhinoceros beetle. He is so freaking cute. I love him to death. I really love my squishy bug friends. For 75 cents, they make my life a whole lot better. Oh, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, they have a little place right now where they sit and I really like that, but I just feel like they're so special. I need to do something more for them, like build a little like terrarium for them or something. I don't know, because I do plan on getting more. And I really enjoy them a lot. So, okay. Step number 1 is concealer. I just get whatever concealer I can find at the drugstore that matches my skin tone and hopefully does not test on animals. Yeah, they do not test on animals. And the only thing I do with concealer is cover any spots that I have. I used to go under my eyes because I have hollowed eyes, and so they can be quite dark, but I've kind of grown to like that feature on myself. And so I don't cover up my eye circles anymore, but I do cover up a pimple because I don't even want to look at it. Do you know what I mean? And it's fine if other people see it. Anyone can stand to look at a pimple. I don't care. But I don't always want to see it, especially like, you know, if I'm taking a bunch of pictures and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So that is the one step that's like covering things up. Okay, gone. Next, I go in with, this is the chapstick I've been really liking for my makeup right now because it just feels really good. It's this Lavender Earl Grey Vegan Lip Butter. I got this from my cousin's shop, so I have no idea how much it is because it was a gift. But yep, you do that and you push it up, and I don't know, I just like how big it is. It feels really hydrating. Just like a good base. I feel like it's just nice, a nice foundation for my lips. So now we're going to go in with this bronzer that I've literally had since high school, and I didn't know how to do bronzer for the longest time. I would do way too much, but now I just do a little bit just to create more of like a more intense, like masculine cheekbones and kind of face shape. I have like pretty high cheekbones, so I just go right below and just do a little, nothing crazy. It literally looks like a shadow. Like it looks like natural shadow falling on my face. I literally just did a couple strokes, and that's why I might need to maybe touch it up throughout the night. But I'm not professional. I'm not going for like the bestest, most long-lasting makeup. I don't care if it gets smudged or wears off, because like if I'm going out, let's be real, I'm probably gonna be so drunk by the time it's gone that I'm just gonna be like, I'm so hot anyway. Okay, that's done. Subtle. I could do a little more, you know, maybe a little here, blah blah blah. Sometimes if I'm feeling special, blend in a little more up here, but I'm not a professional. I don't even know if there's any more on my brush. So okay, next we're going to go in with my favorite step. Not favorite to do, but just like something I enjoy wearing, which is a little bit of brown eyeliner. I don't love the way black eyeliner looks on my face. I think that I feel like I prefer when all of my features come together, and black eyeliner just kind of, all you see is the black eyeliner, because I don't have very like dark features, you know? I'm very light. Everything kind of blends together. And so I feel like when I do the eyeliner, it just like, all you see is the eyeliner when it's black. However, when I do a little bit of brown eyeliner, literally just smudging it into my eyes, and this is why it's not my favorite, is because sometimes it hurts. Smudgy, smudge, smudge. Top and bottom. Waterline. Have you guys listened to Lord's new album? I'm obsessed with it. I feel like she has come out with an album at very significant times in my life. I feel like I just have a Lord album for every part of my life. And yeah, I just love her newest album. I relate to it a lot. I love the sound, not a skip on it. It feels like a breath of fresh air, and I feel like it conveys like how she's been feeling. Like I feel like Lord's had like a big change in her, a lot of changes in her life, as anyone does growing up. And I think that her music feels just like so like a diary, but not in like a trying too hard to be a diary way. It's just like she's not afraid for her music to be a little messy, a little cheesy, whatever. She just wants to like say exactly how she's feeling. And I just think that like she gets it spot on. Like I feel what she's feeling in that song, and I remember times in my life when I felt that way, and like relate it to times in my life. And yeah, I just love Lord. So it's so subtle. I mean, come on, really. But it adds a little something. It really just, I feel like, makes my eyes and my lashes stand out, but not in a way that distracts from the rest of my face. I feel like the eyeliner adds a little bit of edge, but the color brown is still soft and warm. And I personally like that mix, you know? And that's why I'm saying this isn't a tutorial, because what I like and what I prefer and what makes me feel hot might not make you feel hot. Might not make you feel like you're having fun. So that's why I'm trying to just explain where I'm coming from with everything, just so you can see my thought process. The goal with my makeup, and this is just the way I think about it in my head as somebody that's experienced like a lot of dysphoria in my life, when I do my makeup, I like to feel like a kind of alternative guy doing my makeup before I go to a show, you know, just like slapping on some eyeliner and like, you know, a little cheeky lip gloss and going out and having fun. That's how I like to feel. And I think that's just because the way that the makeup industry has targeted women has made makeup feel scary to me if I identify as a woman. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, because I'm so afraid of using it the wrong way and using it in a way that makes me insecure and not empowered. And when I think about it as, you know, seeing myself as the boy I am and like doing makeup in this kind of casual way that doesn't have a lot of weight on it, then I enjoy it a lot more. So yeah. Okay, after the eyeliner, we already prepped our lips with the chapstick. So now I'm gonna go in with this honey lip gloss. It's very simple. I love a gloss. I've been obsessed with them ever since I was a kid. Every time my mom would go into Bath and Body Works to buy soap, I'd be like, a little lip gloss, please. And sometimes she would indulge me. And yeah, so this is what I have. It's clear with SPF 15, aloe vera, and vitamin E. I got it at the dollar store. A lot of my makeup, pretty much all my makeup, unless it was like a gift or something I've gotten from the drugstore, just because I don't like to spend a lot of money on it. I don't use it a lot. And I don't need it to be better quality than it is. So a little bit of lip gloss. Oh, and actually one thing that I forgot, which is an optional step, I don't always do this because sometimes it feels a bit too feminine for me. There's just a little bit of lip liner, just to make my lips pop a little bit. See what I mean? And it's like, it's not about covering up anything. No, it's about knowing if I go to the club or I'm out in the street, it's like, ooh, glossy lips, like cute, ooh, like look at those eyes, like warm and brown and green, and like, you know what I mean? It's like knowing that that's the stuff that like makes me feel hot sometimes, like a little, just for fun, just a little something extra to like play with how hot I am, basically, you know? Like, it's like play, it's like fun. And I don't feel like I look better. I feel like I just look different. I feel like I look a little more intense, a little more like you're drawn to certain features. Oh, I did forget about one other thing that I will sometimes do. Hold on. And it's okay to do this step last, so don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. I can't find my highlighter, but I have an eyeshadow that works basically the same. So sometimes if I'm just feeling a little shiny and sparkly, I'll hit them with this. And it's not even about other people acknowledging that you're hot, you know? It's not even like when I put on makeup that I feel like makes me hotter, I'm expecting more people to hit on me or compliments. It's more about like, just I feel hot and I'm putting that energy into the world, you know? I'm putting that confident energy into the world, and maybe it's just gonna give me, who knows what I'll do with that energy that day, you know? Anywho, so that is all. That's actually the finished look. Like I said, it's literally barely looks any different from before. It's just a little bit, and it's a fun ritual to do when I feel like doing some makeup. I can light some incense, listen to an album, and do this, and it's just fun. So yeah, I would do this if I was going somewhere special or going out. And I just wanted to participate in the fun of getting ready. Like this is just what I would do. Here's a little close-up. As you can see, it's a little messy, but let me see if I can get better lighting for you guys. Actually, is that better? And also what I like about this makeup is that like it's gonna wear down throughout the night, but it's not gonna look bad, you know? Like by the end of the night, I'm usually just left with like some smudged brown eyeliner, and that's what I want anyway, you know? The less makeup I have to take off at the end, the better. Yeah, so that's my little look. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, this little ramble. I honestly feel like it was more about talking about the gender stuff and my relationship to makeup than the actual makeup, so I'm sorry if you came thinking this would be a tutorial. I mean, I guess you could use it as one. I don't know, do what you want. It's okay, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what I'm saying. I just got off of work not too long ago. I hope that your life is feeling whole and full of love and community. And that is all. I hope you are having a good day, night, whatever.